Hello? 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 How are you? What's up? Alright. Quick Monday stream here. The quick Monday stream. Alright. Do not be alarmed. Where is my shit? Where did I go?
You magnificent bastard! I salute you!
Alright. Nobody's here. Let's get some... What was that? What did I do? Alright, the stream is up. We're running. We're taking challenges. 7+5, casual. It's Monday. Happy Labor Day weekend next weekend. Where are we here? We're in Hungary, yes. 28th of August. Schumacher.
Thank you for coming. I'll see you in hell.
Alright. Boom. Just a second. Alright, quick game here. Mexican defense. What you gonna do about that, brah? Get him out of his comfort zone. I've never actually played this move over the board, but I've been very strongly tempted. I guess knight f3 is a big problem, because then I'm close to being forced to play the Chigorin. Here I can play knight b8 as well. Probably that's what I would do in a vacuum, but I like to have a little bit of fun here on the stream. Bijak. This is the Bijak. So, Monday morning recovery stream. Recovering from many things. Recovering from the tournament, recovering from Sunday simul, recovering from drinking. Saturday night, recovering from a really brutal game on Saturday. Jeez. Alright, so I think I'm okay with d6 here. Don't love it, but I don't hate it. If you take, I take. If you play like e4, I don't think it's that bad for black. But the important thing is to stay ahead on time. Because Schumacher is usually using the clock as a sort of weapon against me. Now the roles are reversed. Welcome, aliens, friends, countrymen. What is this? Unsaved list. Oh man. Alright, whatever. So. Oh, look at this central pawn I have there. It's a mighty nice central pawn you have there, Sladge. Yes, thank you. Yours is as well, but what would Schumacher do here? F4. It's a little early for that. Wow, the fianchetto. Don't see a lot of fianchettos from this guy, so at least I don't have to worry about like bishop b5 check now. This diagonal looks kind of juicy, doesn't it? But for how long? Alright, I was messing around with some wave files before the stream. You see, what I don't like about Lichess, like you can't install, like how can I install like wave files instead of the standard ones, you know? I need some kind of like, dude, what happens here if pawn takes pawn, bishop takes pawn, knight f6, bishop takes f7 check, king takes f7, Queen d8, bishop b4 check. It's like a Danish gambit. I don't really want that to happen. So what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do to prevent that? I have to like take on d5 and... Oh, I have that move. No, I don't. Oh my god. I can't lose my b7 pawn. See, here we go, thinking too much again. Suddenly he has more time than me. What am I doing? I'm talking a lot. That's a threat. Why are you threatening me? So the only way to really guard against this is either bishop d6 or bishop e7. Both of which are kind of lame. I guess subjectively, I could have played bishop h3. No. It's fully equal. Now with more sauce. Too tasty, guys. What are you talking about? The Indy 500 or something? I mean, I don't know. We're talking about Michael Schumacher. Oh, he's Schumacher. Yeah, I get it. Okay, we're joking. You get his name. You get his name. Because there was no C, I never got it for a long time. It took me forever to figure out the reference. Yeah, time goes fast too. Like 1 second you have 7 minutes and then you're like 5. Where did it go? You get into a pace. I started wasting time here already. I started off quick and then thinking too much. Yeah, Schumacher is... I never thought about it in that context. His name a reference to his speed, you know? Maybe there's something to that. Hey, it was nice knowing the D file. I hate symmetrical pawn structures. You guys who watch my stream regularly know that I don't have a love for that. Alright, the road to the World Senior Championship. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I said Indy 500, but I know that Michael Schumacher was like one of the most famous Formula One drivers. I did live in this century. Alright. So, bishop g2, c6... Bishop b3. Oh, b3. Nice. Now what am I going to do about my c7 pawn? About that c7 pawn. That's a nice move, b3. Very hyper-modern of you. Very hyper-modern of you. I'm not in love with my position. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's just okay. Hey, it's Miro. Missed you yesterday. I was hoping you'd play in the simul. How are things? Well, yeah, Queen c7 is that one of my favorite moves. And I do consider it. Yeah. I love putting my queen on c7 because it's such... It's like the picture of mobility. He played c4. So that would like slightly weaken his position. c7 is... It's not like super desirable, but it's sort of like a stopgap type of move. I'd rather not and say I did. But you put it in my mind now. Now, am I getting myself in trouble here? Probably not. Queen c7, obviously. Queen a5 is a move, a little bit exposed to attack, but more active. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking I'm almost forced to play it now. But to be fair, like he doesn't have a good square for his queen either, because I control c2. So his best square is like c1 or something. But this position is really pretty dry with the symmetrical pawn structure. There's just not a lot of... See, the problem with symmetrical pawn structures, there's no dynamics with the pawns, and pawn dynamics are one of my, I think, greatest strengths. If you force me to play chess with weaker players and you take away, like, or any players for that matter, but if you take away, like, imbalance in the pawn structure, I think I'm losing a lot of my skill, really. I really thrive on pawn play. Okay, now we have another option. I mean, this position is fine. But I mean, my problem with this queen is like really not great, you know, in general. In most cases. Now I have bishop c5, obviously. Or bishop f8, which is a little bit safer. Better safe than sorry, as they say. I could attack f2. It's a Grunfeld type of structure. But on the other hand, my g7 could be an issue later. You see the excitement of playing in such a dynamic pawn structure? It's like watching the grass grow. Lawn tennis. How are you, Hey Smiro? You watched the first few moves of each board and then went back to bed. E4. You will come to regret that. So if bishop e6, yeah. Bishop e6 is okay. Bishop g4 is possible. Did I just hang a pawn? Wow. Yeah, that's pretty retarded. Whatever. Yeah, well, if there's one way to lose, it's like hanging your e-pawn. I just hung my pawn. But maybe I have some sort of tactics, I don't know. At least g7's defended. Yeah, I don't really want to just like trade queens. Unfortunately, queen e5, bishop e5, bishop c4. White has knight c4 defending his bishop. And I'm down a piece. That's why he played e4, I guess. Because this wasn't possible. In retrospect, I should have played bishop g6. There was nothing wrong with bishop g6. Well, what to say? Nice showing you, pawn. Now I feel free without that pawn. Now I have to take the pawn, you think? Was that an important pawn I just blundered? Hey, at least my pieces are active. It's like the opponent I played the second round of my tournament last week. He just like blundered a pawn, and he just happens to have sort of like accidental... He has sort of like half a pawn accidental compensation. Like, how lucky do you have to be? Like, you drop a pawn and you almost automatically have some kind of compensation. Not a good start for the week here. I've never seen you play this kind of structure before with g3. You're not a kingside fianchetto kind of player, so not a fianchetto guy. You had to take the pawn, of course. It's a good pawn. Clear pawn. White's objectively winning now. Yeah, that's all there is to say about this. I'm just like The pawn on c6 feels so ugly. That's a weird comment, man. I mean, it feels ugly. My pawn on c6. The pawn on c6 is like nullifying his bishop on g2. It's good. It's a good pawn to have. So what are you gonna do? Knight d4? Yeah, I guess I should have prevented. See, I can't move my bishop from f8, so at this point I'm just playing for dark squares. You know, I've got maybe just enough compensation because he has so many pawns on the white squares. It's almost like I have just enough compensation to be down a pawn, but I mean to hang a central pawn, it's really bad. So I'm 2 months off from the World Senior. Exactly. We have basically like 60 days to go till the World Senior. I'm gonna need some financial assistance program. Now here I could play what? A3. My plan was what? Knight c5? Yeah. That's what I meant by dark square play. So the dark square bishop, the knight, queen. All my pieces are good. I'll give up the bishop on e6 for the knight, leaving him with a white square bishop that's hard to do anything with. See, this bishop is just, it's a good defender, but other than that, it's pretty like useless. He's just losing on time. Yeah. Oh yeah. I really want to trade queens. You know how much I want to trade queens here. I mean, I could if I had to. It is an instructive position. Wow. Oh no. It's almost a shame to give up that knight. Knight d2, pawn takes b6. Yeah, see? He's got these weird moves like queen d5. So I probably want to just chill here. Chill. Chilling and billing. Chilly Billy. Queen d5 and up the exchange. What? If I give him queen d5, now I could have been in trouble there. If I have to take and he has a protected passer on d5, white could have some serious compensation. It's very important that I don't do that. Wow. I just want to see like how bad the evaluation is when I hang that pawn. Seriously. How lost am I here? Wow. Wow. The computer thinks I have full compensation. Queen takes e5 was best. Oh, it wants me to trade queens. But why? I have some bishop b4 crap. I have bishop b4 crap. I didn't want to trade queens on principle. But it's like take here. I mean, I probably rejected it because of this. Honestly. But apparently I was okay. I was okay anyway. That's funny. All right, Laxmi Hari. is Challenge Me rated 3-0. It's a short stream today, just like an hour. So, yeah, what time is it already? It's already 11:52. Oh my god. Here we go with the time again. It just like disappears. Time evaporates. I only have a short stream today. I gotta go somewhere. We're gonna be back tournament tomorrow night. Tournament tomorrow night here on Twitch. What the hell? Alright. Damn, dude. Toothpaste guy. Toothpastey guy. John Nunn is still alive. What do you mean? Why would he not be alive? Bob Barker just died, man. What are you talking about? It's like being like Kasparov still alive. He's the same age as Kasparov. He might be like a year older than Kasparov. I don't know. He does look like an old man though. None is like white. He has like white hair now. He's still playing well. A consummate professional. Mule Skinner playing the modern defense. Alright. It's King's Indian if you play Knight f6. What are you going to do? The hippo? E5. A lot of people play E5. I've never been really like too sure about these lines. I think like Leboyevich played it. I don't remember. A lot of people used to play it. Before my time, it was popular. I think the 80s. When I started playing chess in the 80s, but yeah, but I mean, he's a doctor of mathematics. It is kind of weird when like people who are academics call themselves doctors. Like, I don't know what the deal is with that. I mean, Dr. Danny Kopech used to do that. He was a computer science doctorate. I mean, it's kind of weird, I think. H4 is definitely a line here. I think G4 might be a move. I think even Yasser Serouan used to play this for black. Right, lawyers in Hungary are called doctors. It's very common, very standard here. If you're a lawyer, you're a doctor. But technically anyone with a doctorate degree is a doctor. Doctor of something, John Nunn is playing in the World Senior. But he's in the 65 group. That's the really old. It's for really old people. Yeah, actually, you're right. Now that I think about it. You're right. Nunn is older than Kasparov. No, he's got to be like 5 years older. I was wrong, Kasparov is only around 60, 61. He's like 10 years older than me. So Nunn is like 66 or something like that. He has to be 66. I don't know if Knight G5 is a good idea here. Probably not. I'm too distracted. He's not 70, dude, but he's like 66. He's not 70. I'll bet you anything. I just played with him in the World Senior last year. I think he was like eligible for the first time for the 65 group. He won the tournament easily. He's definitely not 70. He crushed the tournament, but it was an old, a lot of old players. I think he was like 65 last year, so he would be 66 this year. It was his first World Senior because he just qualified. 68. Wow. We're both wrong. Well, born April 1955, 68. Wow. So we'll compromise. So he didn't play in his first World Senior. Well, he'd never played before anyway, so. Oh well, everybody's wrong. He's somewhere between 65 and 70. I was right that he's not 70. And yeah, he definitely doesn't look 70. We'll compromise. That's weird though. I don't understand. Like I thought he was closer to Kasparov's age. They had some game in the Benoni when Kasparov was young in the and I always thought it was like in the World Junior Championship or something. I mean, maybe it's possible. It's possible, right? That they could have played in the same World Junior? No. He's too much older. Kasparov's like 60, 61. And none is... Because Kasparov's like 10 years older than me. And none is 68. They couldn't have possibly played in the same World Junior. Maybe it was like a World Junior teams or something. I don't know. But that made me like mistakenly think he was the same age as Kasparov. Which was where my delusions began. I don't really like black's position. I think after knight g5, you should probably opt for knight f8 and try to kick my knight out of there. Or knight c5, like Ujwal is talking.
Please come again. Please come again.
This doesn't look good for black. No, that's too loud.
Please come again. Do not be alarmed.
Alright. I want to play a4. Because I want to play c5, but I don't want him to have like b5 in response later. And if b6, I have a5, which is really strong. I think black is basically like lost here. Strategically lost. But maybe I'm pronouncing black's death a little too early. The details of black's demise are greatly exaggerated. Reports of black's demise are greatly exaggerated. Ujwal, good game yesterday. I knew I was wrong to play 95, but you played this move 97 against me in the Rogozin, and I looked that up, and only one player has ever played it. Like, Bologan played it in a game in 2014. I mean, that's a book position, and, like, no one ever plays 97. And I was like, oh, I'll just play 95, and I immediately realized, like, what a serious mistake I was making. Yeah, that bishop is for sale. My dark square bishop is not for sale. That's how we roll here. I wanted to play queen b3 anyway, but will I have a problem? You'll have a problem. This is not that clear. I don't like black's position, but I'm not castled and my king is kind of funky. I wanted to play queen b3 anyway, you know, so that was the plan. But honestly, I'm not 100% sure about this being that easy. What to do with my king, you know? I played a lot of White Sides of the King's Indian. I remember this one game I had with Norman Rogers, like a billion years ago. It must have been like 1988, and he beat me in like a black. He beat me on the black side of King's Indian where my H pawn got weak or something. I'm having like weird memories now. I like changed the memories of games from 1988. I can't remember exactly what color I am. I'm getting confused about all kinds of shit, you know? When memories start getting like 30, 35 years old, you're like, you start changing the facts in your mind and then like storing the memory back like the wrong way. Was I white against Norman Rogers? Or I'm thinking of a game where I won with black. Now I'm not even sure. I'm thinking of a game where I won with black. That's not possible. That's not possible. I won against someone else with black in a similar way. That he beat me in a way where he picked off my h4 pawn, and then I later used it against someone else. Like this idea of picking off someone's h4 pawn. Because Pete would always play the black side of the King's Indian. Speaking of people, he must be in his early 60s, mid 60s. Okay, Queen b3. I should ask Lionel. What's up with Norman Rogers? Someone from Philly. Okay, pawn takes pawn, a5. I guess. Or we can wait. Let's wait. I have a friend who's like a really big expert on space advantage. f3. I'm on the fence about f3. It's not like I can ever really trap his bishop, but he's not threatening f5 because of knight e6. So it's kind of like, well, you know, we'll just leave it right now. For now. Oh man. This is sick. Speaking of John Nunn, he had a game in the World Senior last year where he like with black allowed his opponent in a King's Indian Classical to play like c6. Seriously, this is messed up. I mean, f3, bishop d7, c6. Juicy. Now that's juicy. I can almost sack my queen here. Knight a7. Now he's got to find a move with this black dude now. He's got moves here, but not bishop e5. Let's see. Well, actually, I'm threatening the queen, right? So I'm just winning the knight. I'm just winning. Just as easy. No, Skinner, I don't know. This must be a new opening for him. I mean, he normally plays the Benko. Now I have to convert. That knight on e7 was not a happy camper in this game. It's looking at g8. Are you threatening me? Yes. He is threatening me. Yeah, this is why you should never resign. I mean, serious. We are serious. This is a little tricky. I have some weaknesses. I liked queen a7 there for black, though. Not this. Queen a7, queen c4 with the idea of queen e3 check, queen e2, but it's still not that simple. But the facehugger knight on g5 is, you know, you can't live with them, you can't live without them. Time to castle. Eventually, it's going to be time to castle at some point. Why not castle now? That's why. Perhaps. He's getting scary here. I mean, he's got this bishop now all over me. You should have played bishop takes b2 there. Oh, he just skewered me. Skewer me! It's a good thing I had that pawn in the 7th rank. Jesus. Skewer me? Oh my god, he missed it. Or chose not to play it. But why? Why? Ask why. Yeah, black is pretty lost here. I can do this, right? His queen e8. Or rook e8. Probably, yeah, no defense. I don't know what happened there. I gotta go in like 35 minutes, guys. So it's just a short stream today, but I want to check this line. H4 is the second most popular move. It's engine number 1. Okay. My instinct is right. And I've seen this somewhere recommended. And I guess, yeah, he's in trouble. Funny, black won both games here. Todorovic, I never met him. Serbian Grandmaster, obviously. Todorovic won both games with black. That's funny. It's a terrible position for black. Alright. Miro Arturas challenged me the other day. Guys, I've got time for like 2 more games, and then we're going to have to go. I have to leave very strictly in like half an hour, so here we go. Alright. Very strictly. Short stream today. What is that, bro? Oh no, you're not doing this again. Okay, so normally you're playing the Benoni, right? And you want to play this like stupid gambit. So what happens if I just like play d4? What are you gonna do? Oh, I don't play this opening. Okay. That's fine, I know, but I mean, it's not his repertoire. I mean, mainly he plays the Benoni. I guess he does play this though. Okay, e3. Pawn takes pawn is like the main move. You have to. Those are 2 main moves. You got to know them both. I guess he plays the semi-Tarsh, although. The question is, who cares? This position always pisses me off. Like any kind of symmetrical. I hate symmetrical things. Right? Right. Why don't you take? What if I play b3? Take that! Yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you going to do about that, man? B3, take that. Keep the tension. Oh, this has got to be not great, but very rare move, B3. I've never played it before. I'm sure that it's been played by some good player somewhere at some point. I love hanging pawns. Can I say? I love hanging pawns so much, I'm like inviting it. Oh man. G6. Oh, he plays the Caro-Kann. Okay, so... Do you play the Caro-Kann? No, G6 is normal, I think, structurally. G6 is putting his pawns on light squares. It's good for his dark square bishop. Push, push. Yeah, this is crazy position. We're just giving him so many choices, he doesn't know what to do. He's like changing his plan every move. I noticed this about Hayes Miro before, and it is striking that you are, of all my opponents on a regular basis, probably like the hardest one of the hardest ones to predict your moves. I was complaining about symmetrical pawn structures, so this is what I get. The other extreme. You know, exactly. The opposite of symmetrical pawn structures. Maximum pawn structure imbalance. Yeah. Most people, including myself, are reticent of these type of structures. Because it's so wildly imbalanced, it's hard to know what the hell is going on, and it requires a lot of calculation. Look out! If I play bishop e2, you have d4, and you start rolling, is that a problem? What about g3? What if I borrow a page from your book and play like g3, e5, bishop g2? Those pawns are going to roll me over like a bulldozer if I'm not careful here. There is knight a4. Perhaps not a stupid idea. But I mean, I'm not sure if I need to play it right away. Necessarily. I really should develop my pieces, I guess. Famous last words. What if I'm psychic and I can read your mind? That'd be messed up. What if like somebody had some kind of mental problem where they were confused and they couldn't even know their own thoughts, but a psychic could, you know? Weird ideas are prominent here. Prominently weird ideas. F5. Just a short stream today, guys. We'll be back tomorrow with the tournament. I have about 20 minutes and I gotta go. One more game. Max. Where's Asterbait? He's gone. He was live when? He sent me a message 13 hours ago. 13 hours ago. How's it even possible? $13 ago, he was in my simul. I don't get it. Maybe that's just inaccurate. I'm gonna castle queenside here now. Just kidding. Just kidding. Whew, that was a close one, huh? Do not try this at home. Would be cool and stupid simultaneously. Not cool. It's not cool. It's just stupid. It's funny to joke about it. Yeah, you have to be just an idiot to do that. Nothing cool about being an idiot. Funny is a better word. It would be funny, but not cool. Amusing, maybe. Not even Latvians would play that, man. That's straight out of the insane asylum. Alright. Wow, the surprising e5 is the follow-up. We never saw that coming. So I think the important thing here is to make sure that e4 doesn't necessarily happen, like, immediately. There's bishop f5. There's castles. Castles, bishop f5. Bishop d3. Bishop takes d3. Queen takes d3. Pawn takes c3. I'm dropping a piece, so that's good. There's rook takes d3, and then e4, winning a piece. So if I castle, you're telling me, like, bishop f5, I have to move I can move my pieces, though. I could move my queen, but where? Queen somewhere. Really would be better to build up some kind of serious blockade here. Of some sort. Like bishop c4. Well, first of all, I get my bishop out of the way. Probably not a bad idea. Bishop c4, e4 is a problem. Queen e4. Castles e4. But I have a question. Okay, castles e4. It's not gonna freaking work, man. He's gonna come up with some kind of answer to everything. Bishop c4, e4. Knight takes d4. What about h4? h4, e4. Man, this is pretty annoying. We're officially in danger here. I mean, my knight needs a square. It's a problem. I do have bishop d3. But that also, I mean, everything's dangerous in this position. I thought I would come up with something. Alright, whatever. I'm just gonna castle. Let bygones be bygones. What was I afraid of? Whatever, I'll sacrifice a piece. I don't know. We're just gonna sacrifice a piece. It's no problem. e4, knight takes d4. I'll have two connected pass pawns, whatever. Knight g1. e4, knight e1. Well, there's always e1. So I'm getting attacked on the king side. There's another move, though. What am I thinking about? E4, queen e4. Okay, e4 is not a problem, I think. So the question is bishop f5. But bishop f5, I mean, it's not quite as scary as e4. Alright, I gotta leave in like 15 minutes. We're gonna try to play one more game. Putting on my shoes. Mr. Coffee. Short stream today. We'll be back to a normal schedule from tomorrow. I have important business to attend to. I don't know where Asprid is. Can I play? Probably not, but you might. We have time for maybe one more game. Bishop d3. So this was the first variation I looked at, right? Bishop d3 seems to lose a piece. Bishop d3 loses a piece because of bishop takes d3. But my queenside pawns are dangerous. They could win possibly a piece back at some point. So don't give up if I have to sacrifice a piece here. Tying my shoes and playing at the same time. Because I'm universally talented. I found very deep queen a4. You gotta go. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Just a short stream today. And we're gonna be organizing. I'm an organizer. FIDE organizer. We're gonna be organizing our weekly tournament here on Twitch and Nichess Tuesday. Where's Astrobate this morning? Hello? Oh no. You want a piece? Pizzas. How many pizzas do you have? You're feeling kind of materialistic, aren't you? I feel like he went off. He went off kilter or something. It's good to be alive. Mixing coffee with my water is a sign of mental decline. Alright. The game is too good to lose on time. What is that? Wow. A 180 plus 180 standard. Yeah, maybe, but not now. Well, he's just... Yeah, that's not... Whatever. How about getting out of the line of fire here, first of all? I had bishop d5 and I didn't do it. $180 plus 180. That equals 360. I really didn't want to give you my bishop, to be honest. I think I have a lot of choices now. I like how he's thinking here. Like, dude, you got to be happy with at least picking that bishop up. Bishops are worth more than knights. It's a win-win. I'm happy to be alive. You're happy to get something. Those are mighty nice pawns you got there. Bro. Pro. Oh yeah. We need counterplay like yesterday. I'll be there yesterday. Wow. Man. He had queen b7 and he didn't play it. It's pretty crazy. Pawns is boss. Whose pawns is boss? Boss pawns. Oh, got me. Ooh, gotta run. Where am I supposed to go now? Limited options. And he's got rook f3 or something. Back rank made. Rook takes, rook takes, rook takes. Check. That is a sneaky move you got there, bro. Condominium. I was blocking my own time. Did I just blunder? Of course I did. I've got extra pawns. It's alright. Man, I mean, this game I'm not going to be able to play any more games. I'm going to have to go soon. You're winning, bro. I mean, I must have been lost earlier. The opening was a little risky. It's been played by Ethan Gelfand. Wow. C5 is not recommended, apparently. But it's playable. Actually, it's a move. Better than the book. Better than the move played in these games. Wow. This is crazy. Okay, so bishop e2 was a mistake. I have to play knight e4. Knight a4 first. I can't be putting my bishop in the path of those pawns. That was my error. Alright, learning chess last game. Quickly now. I want to see some bullet chess here. I got to leave in 10 minutes. We have 10 minutes. I'm being played. I was fine. I was not fine. I was not fine. I know when I know when I'm not fine. I mean, I'm always polite when I'm not, except when I'm not. But I try to be objective. I was definitely not fine. my pieces were too in the path of his central pawns. I tried to be principled. I spent a long time on bishop e2, but I knew that there was a risk involved in that. And it was bad, apparently. Knight a4 getting out of the way. I have like too many pieces in the path of his pawns. The knight needs to clear out, and that's one less tempo Black has to hit me with. I was winning in the final position, of course, but between the bad opening and the winning final position was a lost position at some point. I mean, maybe I could have sacrificed a piece, for a couple pawns and had some practical chances, but I think I was in trouble. Where's Asterby? Not here today. Guys, I don't understand. Oh, we have a new week. You got to gift a sub to be a leader this week. Sub leader. Sublight speed. Captain. You were fine by the time I wrote the comment, yeah. But he's tricky and tough. Miro's very strong for 1200. I personally helped him improve from 1200 to 1200. After many lessons with me, he improved from 1100 to 1200. Or something like that. Bangtown, California. Gifting a tier 1 sub. Thank you. That's very generous. That's the first gift sub of this week. I think I'm going to do mostly streaming on Twitch again and just do Kick once a week or something, because it wasn't working out that well. I don't want to abandon the project, but just not enough. An Alaskan 1200. Which is stronger, an Alaskan 1200 or an Indian 1200? I really have to leave in 10 minutes. If the game is not over within 10 minutes, this is a bad square for your queen. This is not the old Indian. If the game is not over in 10 minutes, I have to resign or offer a draw. There was a 1500 Indian player in the under 2250 tournament that was open next to my IM tournament last week. He was kind of scary. He almost beat an IM, but only drew. See, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. It's scary. The other thing, Mr. Coffee, there's my alarm. Mr. Coffee, the other day I saw this, I saw this thing on FIDE, on the FIDE page. What am I doing? Somebody had a 38 K factor. How do you have a 38 K factor? What is that? Is that something new? I had never seen anything like this before. I've seen 10, 20, and 40, and this guy, he had a 38 K factor. It said right on FIDE's site, there was I was looking at his results from a tournament or something. It said K38. What is that? You have to look into it, okay? Because I'm wondering if FIDE made some kind of changes to the rating system. I was like, what? This is like a line in the Fianchetto. I studied a lot with Jorge Samor Hasbun back in the early 2000s, late 90s. Let's say late 90s. We worked on the Fianchetto. He liked to play white side of King's Indian, and so we studied together a bit. These kind of gambits in the King's Indian. This is very dangerous for black. Jorge was an old friend of mine and a really big talent, but just kind of drifted and never became a GM. He should have been. He could have been a GM easily. Is that documented anywhere? What are you talking about, Mr. Coffee? Documented. Documentary. Toothpaste guys. What am I doing now? Hey, good luck in seniors tournament. Remember to play in Spanish. Dude, you don't understand, Toothpaste guys. There are two different sections. All right, I'm not that old. I'm not playing like 70-year-old guys. I mean, I'm in the under 50. I'm in the over 50. I'm not playing John Nunn in the tournament. We're not in the same tournament, bro. If you win a bunch or lose a ton of games in a row, your K factor goes up. He's not talking about like online, like. No, he played at the same time, but we were in different tournaments. I didn't play against him. We were just like present and accounted for in the same room. I've only ever played John Nunn in Blitz. Yeah, here goes learning chess again with the like insanely strong play. Guys, I really have to go in like 5 minutes. This is not a joke. Yeah, learning chess is so weird. 1 minute he's like an IM, and the next minute he's 1100. That's what it's like every single time I play this guy. It's so bizarre. How do you keep alternating between like master strength and the 1100? What is your deal? And don't be fooled by the score, because he had a lot of winning positions and then mysteriously like loses those games. I don't know what to do here. I'm kind of like stuck. I think G4 was a mistake. I might play Max Sladgie though. Jesus, don't joke about that. Oh man, I don't want to play Max Sladgie again. He was lucky against me the first time I played like an idiot against him. I do that with some people. I have this tendency to play like idiots against certain people. You're not joking. What the fuck? The dude is registered for the World Senior Championship? Are you fucking kidding me? That's so gross. Ugh. That's it. I cancel. No. That's gross, dude. Next thing you know, Hans will be playing. How's Hans not playing if Dlugie's... Did you see, is Angelina Belikovskaya in the tournament by any chance? Dlugie could play with both of his... He could play with both of his, like, you know, personas. I mean, Dlugie's just like primarily a blitz player. He was never like anything special, honestly. As a grandmaster, I would say he's like a pretty average grandmaster, but legendary in blitz. You know, like he was kind of like almost like a forerunner of Hikaru, in a way. You know, although Hikaru's accomplishments totally like it's not even comparable. In terms of like Sladgie was famous just because he's an awesome, like, blitz player. Other than that, you know, he's a run-of-the-mill grandmaster. He was like playing bullet chess before it was invented. Alright, yeah, I have exactly like 4 minutes and I have to go. Learning chess is gonna like max this game time-wise. What a weird style you have. I think learning chess must be from India. I never really confirmed that though. It's never been confirmed. Can we get a confirmation? You're like a 1200 from India? He's like really dynamic. For a player who's lost every single game against me, I mean, look at these games. You could do like a log on it. It just doesn't make sense. How good he is. He just hung a rook. Like, this is the only way he loses. Some kind of insane blunder after playing a great game. Or it's almost every time. It's like something weird like that. He plays like a master for 30 moves and then hangs a piece or something. That's literally how I've won 52 out of 54 games against him. I don't think, you know, it makes a lot of sense. He's just very inconsistent. Mr. Coffee, the bearer of bad news. You know what the biggest problem with Sladgie if he plays in the World Senior is? It's like bad karma, you know? That's bad karma. Not necessarily my bad karma, it's just like he brings bad karma wherever he goes. Hey, Astrobate, you're here. Bad people bring bad karma. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to affect me, but I'd rather, like, you know, the bad people stay home. Meet? I gotta go. It was nice knowing you. Alright guys, great stream. We'll see you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Thanks, Mr. Coffee. Take care, guys. Thanks for the gift sub. Bye-bye.